There's a city sitting quietly in the heart of Eastern Europe, a city that doesn't scream for attention, doesn't pretend to be something it's not yet. It has everything you'd ever want from a European capital: history, energy, culture, chaos, and above all, soul. That city is Bucharest. For decades, it's been overshadowed by the charm of Paris, the fame of Rome, the romance of Prague. But the truth? Bucharest doesn't need to compete. It's its own world. When you land in Bucharest, your first impression might confuse you. From the airplane window, it looks like any other European city. But as soon as you step out, it hits you. The rhythm, the traffic, the sound of trams rolling down the streets, the scent of fresh coffee mixing with city dust, the distant echo of someone playing violin in the metro tunnel. That's Bucharest saying, welcome to the chaos. But it's not bad chaos. It's creative chaos. It's the kind that fuels stories, startups, art, and dreams. The streets of Bucharest are a history book without an editor. One block feels like Paris in the 1930s, elegant balconies, ornate facades, soft light on old stone. The next block, brutalist concrete from the communist era, gray and massive, like something straight out of a Cold War movie. And then a glass skyscraper reflecting it all back, like the city itself is watching its own past and future collide. That's the thing about Bucharest, it doesn't hide its contradictions. It wears them proudly. You can walk from a centuries-old Orthodox church to a high-end co-working space full of Gen Z entrepreneurs all in 10 minutes. The people here are what make it unforgettable. Romanians have this unique energy. They've seen struggle, they've felt it, but they refuse to let it define them. They know how to find joy in simple things: a strong coffee, a good conversation, a walk in the park on a Sunday afternoon. Ask any local and they'll tell you stories that sound like movie plots. Stories of grandparents surviving wars, of revolutions in the streets, rebuilding life after communism. There's pain in those memories, but also pride. Because Bucharest isn't a city that gave up, it's a city that got up, again and again. Let's talk about the best places, the kind of spots that make you feel like you've discovered a secret. There's the Old Town, Lipscani, the beating heart of the city. By day, it's full of cafes, art shops, and history on every corner. By night, it's alive like the whole city decided to meet in one street. Music pouring out from bars, people laughing, languages from all over the world blending into one wild sound. Then there's the Cartourești Carousel, a bookstore so stunning it looks like it was built for angels. Wide spiral staircases, soft light, thousands of books. It feels less like a shop and more like a temple for imagination. You have Herăstrău Park, now called King Michael I Park, the lungs of Bucharest. Huge, green, peaceful, couples rowing boats, kids feeding ducks, joggers circling the lake. And not far away, Carol Park, where time slows down, the kind of place where you sit on a bench and start thinking about life. And then there's the Palace of Parliament, massive, majestic, almost intimidating. It's the heaviest building in the world, built by Ceausescu during the communist era, a symbol of ego and power, but now also a reminder of how far Romania has come. From oppression to democracy, from silence to freedom. But Bucharest isn't just history, it's the future of Eastern Europe. Did you know that Romania has one of the fastest internet speeds in the world? Yeah, faster than London, faster than Berlin. That's why tech companies are starting to take notice. Everywhere you look, there's a new startup, a new idea, a new creative space turning old industrial buildings into hubs of innovation. The city's universities are part of that energy too. The University of Bucharest, Polytechnica University, ASE, UMF. These aren't just academic institutions, they're incubators for global talent. Students from Italy, France, India, Africa, they're all here, studying, creating, connecting. You walk past a campus cafe and hear 5 languages at once. Education here is respected. Romanians take it seriously because they've learned that the only thing stronger than politics or money is knowledge. Bucharest is Romania's brain. The government sits here in a system that's democratic, evolving, and sometimes chaotic, just like the city itself. It's not perfect, no places, but the difference is here people care. They debate, they protest, they hold signs, and that belief, that spark, is what makes a democracy alive. Life here, it's not about luxury, it's about balance. Bucharest has managed to stay affordable while still feeling cosmopolitan. You can rent an apartment in the center, go out every night, eat well, and still have money left to travel. That's why more and more foreign residents are calling this place home. There's a growing expat community, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, artists, dreamers from Spain, Germany, the UK, the US. They come for the cost of living, but they stay for the feeling, the community, the culture, the way the city makes them feel like they belong even when they don't speak the language perfectly. And that's the other thing, English is everywhere. The younger generation speaks it fluently. They grew up on global culture, Netflix, TikTok, YouTube, but they still love their roots. You'll see them mixing traditional Romanian, opening cafes that play old folk songs next to trap beats. They're proud but open-minded, modern but grounded. And that balance, that blend, makes Bucharest feel timeless. metropolis. But no matter how modern it gets, you can't ignore the soul of this place. Walk through Revolution Square. It looks calm now, cars passing, people walking, but just over 30 years ago, December 1989, the moment when Romanians stood up and said, "Enough." They faced tanks, soldiers, danger, and they didn't back down. That day changed everything, and you can still feel it. Every Romanian alive today carries a piece of that courage, even if they weren't there. That's what gives Bucharest its edge, this invisible strength beneath the surface. It's not a fairy tale city, it's a fighter. Bucharest isn't perfect. It has traffic, bureaucracy, cracked sidewalks, a few stray dogs, but it also has more heart than most capitals combined. Because every person here, every street, every building has fought to exist, and maybe that's why it feels so alive. So if you've been searching for a place that surprises you, humbles you, and reminds you what real life feels like, this is Bucharest. A city of contradictions, of courage, of creativity, a place where history meets hope, where the old and the new don't compete, they collaborate. You'll come for the curiosity, but you'll stay for the feeling. Because once Bucharest gets under your skin, you never really leave. And maybe that's why it's Europe's most underrated city. If this video made you feel something, don't just scroll. Share it with someone who loves discovering hidden corners of the world. And if you ever come to Bucharest, don't just visit, experience it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and let's show the world that beauty isn't always found in the obvious places. Sometimes it's right here, waiting quietly in Bucharest.